All right, let's come back now to France, where next month the Cannes Film Festival will be getting underway. It is the biggest event for the world film industry, and the countdown got a little bit hotter just recently because the selection for that 68th edition was just released. And to tell us more about that is France 24 Arts editor Eve Jackson. Eve, what stands out from the selection so far?
Well, it's still going on as we speak, so I'll give you the highlights that I've heard so far. Interestingly, there are 4 films in the competition, and the director of the festival said it's going to be a beautiful year for French film. There are 16 films in total that he's read out so far, but he will add more as they go along, because normally there's about 20 or so. A French film will open the festival. It's called Heads Up, and it's by Emmanuel Berco. It's a comedy teen drama, and that's a big departure for Cannes, because often they start with a big glitzy Hollywood film like Grace of Monaco last year, but that got panned by the critics. So this year they're obviously taking another tack. One of the French films in competition is Jacques Audiard's Dépend. Now, there's no stars in his film, apparently, although we don't exactly know who is in it. But last time he was at the festival, it was with Rust and Bone, which starred Marion Cotillard. So this year he's obviously taking a different turn. And there's another French film by Maïwenn. It's called Mon Roi, and it stars Vincent Cassel, who's obviously the big French star who often stars as the baddie in James Bond films. There's a Todd Haynes fab-looking 50s set film called Carol, which stars Kate Blanchett and Rooney Mara. Now, that's a love story set in the 50s, and it's an adaptation of Patricia Highsmith's book. Moving on from that, we've got Macbeth, which sounds very exciting, starring Michael Fassbender as Macbeth with Marion Cotillard. This year as well, there's the first Hungarian film ever to be in competition by a director called Laszlo Nemes, someone probably whose name you don't know now, maybe you will afterwards. There's also The Lobster, which stars Colin Farrell, Léa Seydoux, Rachel Weisz and Ben Whishaw. Lots of people, lots of big names will be expected with this lineup. Apparently, as well, there's not as many long films as usual. That's one thing that was said, because sometimes we're sitting there for a very long time through the films. And Woody Allen will be there as well, out of competition.